In the most recent episode of the Rising of the Shield Hero, we learn about a dastardly plan to assassinate 2nd Princess and number 3 waifu Melty and blame this heinous crime on the Shield Hero. But we also uncover perhaps the reasoning behind all the hatred towards Naofumi, the church cult of the 3 heroes. That's right, it's not just His Royal Highness garbage, it's not just Princess Biatch, it's a whole religion that's against Naofumi. All led by this guy, who I probably wouldn't trust around the kids. So join me as we explore what exactly the Church of 3 Heroes is, as well as the philosophy behind this group and other cults. And for all you parishioners of the anime-only church, blasphemy ahead. The Church of 3 Heroes, or as its behavior and true nature reflects, the Cult of 3 Heroes, is the current state religion in the country of Melromark. This sect branched off from the religion of 4 holy heroes and preaches that the 3 heroes of the spear, sword, and bow are to be worshipped as gods, and the shield hero to be considered the devil. As is common with cults, the group leader or ideology is often the exclusive means of procuring the truth, and all other discoveries such as science and the Socratic method are deemed invalid and even sinful. This is also a common trait in authoritarian states such as communism. The Church of 3 Heroes serves as the source of absolute truth regarding the legendary heroes, and has not only erased any history about the Shield Hero, but has also taught its parishioners that the Shield is inherently violent, treacherous, and can even brainwash people. On top of this, they also openly discriminate against demi-humans. Damn, how are you gonna be racist against Best Girl Raftalia? Hey, at least they don't advocate looting her, right? Sorry. Forgive me, 3 heroes. I have sinned greatly. As we know, Naofumi is none of these things and is therefore a threat to the church's teachings on the Shield Hero, and could possibly expose their control over their followers. This causes the church to actively try and destroy Naofumi, and they attempt to do so with 3 major events. The king, Altcray, I mean His Majesty Trash, aids the church as he has authoritarian measures like the Knights to oppress Naofumi. Before we jump into the 3 major attempts on Naofumi, it's very important to understand why the king wants to destroy him. I mean, if you're so devoted to the cult, why even summon the Devil Shield Hero in the first place? Well, as these things usually go, it's for political motives. The king summoned all 4 heroes to one country so that the other nations wouldn't have any to protect themselves with, not even the Shield Hero. And without heroes to fight the waves, the countries would suffer, therefore leaving Melromark as the most powerful nation. Remember how Melty explained that the Queen was traveling to stop wars? There's already unrest between nations, and a power imbalance caused by a lack of heroes to fight the waves would make it incredibly easy for the king to just conquer the neighboring countries. Even though he summoned him, the king hoped that Naofumi would just die in the waves, or on the off chance that he actually survived, he could be killed off later. Now that we have a motive, we can talk about the church's sabotage of Naofumi's entire existence. This is where the first rumor or attempt to tarnish Naofumi comes in, which is of course, the false rape accusation. Remember when Naofumi, in his absolute moment of epic brilliant badassery, told the king to bow down and kiss his boots? The king asked, "How did you become so powerful?" He's wondering this on behalf of himself and the church, and is very surprised Naofumi isn't dead by now. To the king and the church, stripping an adventurer of their possessions and reputation so no one would help Naofumi and fight the waves alongside him would surely kill him the first time he was teleported into Calamity. You brand a guy a rapist so he can't fight with anyone, yet you don't expect him to stoop to such lows as to hire a slave to be his personal sword? That's what happens when you doubt Best Girl. Tisk tisk. The false accusation just makes the road harder for Naofumi and easier for the church, as with this label, the Shield Hero has shown his, air quotes, true nature that the church has preached about forever, and only confirms the church's teachings in the eyes of the people. But the church and king aren't done here. No. Lies aren't enough. Why not lie and try to assassinate your own daughter? Phase 2 for the royals and the church is to stage a kidnapping of the Princess Melty by Naofumi. They know Naofumi, actually being kind and not violent, will, like his name suggests as the Shield Hero, defend someone when they are being attacked, and thus set him up when he protects Melty from the knight's assassination attempt. This is actually how Naofumi finds out about the Church of Three Heroes. One of the knights involved in the attempt is wearing the rosary pendant depicting the spear, sword, and bow. One notable characteristic about a cult, or any authoritarian group for that matter, is controlling and covering up the truth. They have zero tolerance when it comes to critical thinking, and usually silence anyone who questions the leader or group ideology. Naofumi has always sensed that something was off. When he went to go get a class upgrade from the church, he was given dirty looks and told that he would need to go seek his advancements in a different country. When Naofumi tries to obtain holy water for Raftalia, one of the priests in the church tells him that they don't serve the shield hero. However, the high priest, wanting to keep the illusion that the church isn't conspiring against Naofumi, offers him the holy water and actually chastises the woman for discriminating against him. Even though, according to church teachings, she was right. This deception culminates in the church taking measures to kill Ren and Itsuki after they start an investigation of their own into the cult's dealings. But as with all regimes, groups, and yes, even cults that try to conceal the truth from the masses, doubt seeps in, and throughout his journey, Naofumi has proven every teaching of the church false, thus causing it to crumble. Instead of the shield hero being violent, Naofumi actually protects and heals people, with many even claiming that he's a savior. Instead of being treacherous, Naofumi cleans up the messes of the other heroes, showing his loyalty to the people, and doesn't just forsake small villages like loot when fighting the waves. And instead of using his devil brainwashing shield to control people, Naofumi actually exposes the brainwashing that the cult has over their followers. Cults also tend to view anyone not associated with their group as an outsider, even as enemies, and will usually discriminate against them. Members sometimes have irrational fears of the outside world, such as impending doom or catastrophe, and evil conspiracies set about outsiders. Sound familiar? In addition to the wild rumors and conspiracies Naofumi has spread about him, people that help or talk to the shield hero are presumed to be brainwashed and are considered to be an enemy by the church. Demi-human discrimination is a main platform of the church's teachings, and wouldn't you know, people like Raftalia actually arrived from a different world, and are themselves outsiders. In Melromark, there is a constant threat of impending catastrophe from the waves, which is why the heroes who protect the people are to be worshipped, and the shield hero, who is rumored to be evil, shouldn't be. After all, you wouldn't want to sin and have a blemish on your soul by doubting the church's teachings on the shield hero, when you could die any day in a wave of catastrophe. Better to just follow the high priest. But all this, while horrible, doesn't even compare to the church's gravest crime. Perhaps the craziest thing that the Church of Three Heroes has done is what most extreme cults have done: mass sacrifice or suicide. The church displayed a replica of a legendary hero's weapon. However, to wield the weapon even once, several hundred people's worth of magic were needed in sacrifice. And throughout the centuries, people have been sacrificing themselves for this weapon, all in vain. In the end, people lose faith in the church as its lies are exposed and as Naofumi acts in the exact opposite way expected of him. Let's face it, when Naofumi, the shield hero, branded a demon, is the strongest among the three supposed gods, your teachings don't mean much anymore. As always, thanks for watching. Let me know down below in the comments, how will Naofumi take down the cult? How would you make Tom give that sweet medallion back? And how will Naofumi take down Landfill and Bitch? And seriously, don't join a cult, okay? Unless you'd like to join the Church of Three Waifus and gain even more knowledge about the rising of the shield hero, then pledge your eternal soul by clicking subscribe down below. And I'll see you on the next one.